Amazon wants to change the way you buy groceries. The e-commerce company is reportedly developing a drive-up store that it'll test in California. It would allow shoppers to order grocery items online and then schedule a pickup at a dedicated facility. Hi again, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. Now 11 minutes before 7 o'clock. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Kyle is off this morning. We're starting our nonstop news and weather all the way to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. There's going to be some big cleanup going on today in parts of central North Dakota after high winds moved through overnight. Many people in Jamestown lost power right around 10 last night when a transformer blew at a city substation. The power was back on for most people right after midnight. Jamestown police also say those high winds overnight dropped a big tree on two parked cars and actually snapped power lines and even a power pole. Luckily, no one was hurt. Power crews were out for several hours making repairs. Now take a look at this picture. There are also trees down in the Cooperstown area. Jonah Rosen sent us this picture of big branches down in his neighborhood. We're also getting word on our Facebook page that power was out in parts of Verona, Buchanan, and Hannaford. Coming up on 6:51, time for weather and traffic on the ones, and we check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Sounds like maybe not as windy as overnight, but still dealing with breezy conditions at the least.
Yeah, not as windy, but we're still going to deal with those breezy to windy conditions. Already doing that this morning. The wind advisory already in effect. It went into effect at 4 o'clock this morning. That'll continue through 7 o'clock this evening. We'll show you that here in just a moment. Winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour in Grand Forks, 38 out in Devil's Lake. We're seeing the winds gusting as high as 32 miles per hour at this hour here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Temperatures, a mix of some primarily low and mid 60s. We've dipped down into the upper 50s, 59 degrees up in Badette. Some clouds out there, and those clouds primarily the northern half of the area. We'll see less and less cloudiness as we head through the morning hours and into this afternoon. Those clouds will hang tough in northern Minnesota. We'll also see a chance for a few sprinkles and showers. Seeing a few of those across the far north, right, mainly along the Canadian border has the best chance for those showers, and some of those may linger on into the afternoon hours in northern Minnesota. Most of the northern plains quiet and dry, but windy across much of the northern plains. It gets rather wet as you get into northern Missouri, eastern Kansas. Some flash flood warnings in northwestern Missouri and eastern Kansas. A few more showers and storms down in Arizona and New Mexico. Today, cloud cover will begin to decrease. It's already doing so. We'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day today. They're going to hang for the longest time up in northern Minnesota. Along with that chance for some isolated showers or sprinkles. Temperatures today getting into the 70s and low 80s tonight. Winds subsiding, mostly clear skies. Temperatures drop down into the upper 50s and low 60s as we head through the day tomorrow. A few clouds, but more sunshine that we're going to see today. And along with that, if a weak system drops down late tomorrow, it could give especially northern Minnesota that chance for a few isolated showers. Highs tomorrow mostly in the 80s. Wind advisory, this in effect through 7 o'clock tonight. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Keep a firm grip on that steering wheel as you head out and about, especially if you drive a small car or a high-profile vehicle. Low 80s today here in Fargo, mid-80s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lots of sunshine and less wind for your Thursday and Friday. We'll bring in just a very slight chance for storms on Saturday. Outside of that, the weekend looks pretty good. That's a look at your weather. Time now for another look at traffic with Al Ahmed. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Robert. Good morning, everyone. We're going to call it heavy traffic through the I-29 work zones. That's plural zones, both north and southbound. Travel speeds through here. Everybody's behaving themselves pretty well right now, mainly at right around 45 miles an hour. That's the posted speed limit. Once again, that work zone stretches from 32nd Avenue south to about 7th Avenue north, and the lanes narrowed. It's a work zone. What can I say? Have to take it easy through here. Interstate 94 traffic really, really thick, and it really bunches up right around the tri-level. Be extra careful around that as well. Drive carefully today. Al Ahmed Valley Today traffic.
It's now 7 minutes before 7. Bison fans could be getting the thumbs up on buying alcohol at home games, but plan on keeping it where you bought it. The Fargo Dome Authority last night approved the idea of a beer garden, but the catch is alcohol will be allowed in suites, but not in the stands. The approval came down to fairness for all fans, despite a desire to keep it a more family-friendly atmosphere.
When I envision a beer garden, wherever that might be, I envision people going there probably at halftime, jam-packed. It's going to be packed. And then, boom, are they going to stay there, or are they going to come into the game? And what are we trying to promote here?
It's off concourse, and it's controlled, like David said. off concourse, meaning that you wouldn't have to necessarily walk through an area where alcohol is being served to protect the young families and insulate it from the students.
The policy must still be approved by NDSU, the chancellor of the North Dakota University System, and the city of Fargo. Police think confusing reports about a shooting at a Fargo liquor store last night were a hoax related to a traffic stop earlier in the night. Someone called authorities saying there had been a shooting at the Northside Royal Liquors and that 3 men were running from the scene. Then word came that the shooting happened at the Southside store location, but police determined nothing had happened at either location. They had the phone company ping the first 911 call about the shooting, which led them to the man they'd stopped for driving a stolen car around 8 p.m. But that man had then run from police. Officers say Tayon Walker told officers that he made the calls as a diversion when he thought police were looking for him after he took off. The FAA is investigating an Allegiant Airlines pilot who declared a fuel emergency and had to land at Fargo's Hector International Airport during a practice session for the Blue Angels last Thursday. The airport was closed at the time, but the pilot was arguing with air traffic controllers, saying that he didn't have enough fuel to divert the plane. Hector officials say it notified airlines of the planned airspace closure as far back as December. The FAA said Allegiant 426 was an hour late departing from Las Vegas and missed its scheduled landing time. A Columbia native is behind bars for selling fentanyl that was linked to multiple deaths in Grand Forks. 34-year-old Daniel Cerrone is in Panama City awaiting extradition to the U.S. His arrest is part of an international investigation on trafficking of the drug. A task force was put in place and was working on this case after an 18-year-old Grand Forks man died of an overdose. 6 other men in Grand Forks are being federally charged for selling fentanyl. A 5th case of E. coli has been confirmed, likely connected to the Red River Valley Fair in West Fargo earlier this month. All of the victims are under the age of 18 and from the eastern part of the state. 4 had to be hospitalized. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. The health department wants to hear from anyone who got sick within 10 days of attending the fair. Score some free pizza today through Friday by helping out the United Way of Cass Clay. They're holding their school supplies drive. Uncle Mattios has teamed up with the drive to help give back to the community. And that's where we find the Valley Today's Christy Larson live this morning with more on this delicious deal.
Good morning, Lisa. That's right. They're doing this only for 3 days, so you got to bring in those donations coming up very soon. And we do have Jamie and Troy Mattern here with us. They're the owners of the Fargo Uncle Mattios. And again, you guys really are all about giving back.
We are so excited to be running the Served with Love campaign, partnering up with United Way, providing an opportunity for children to get these school supplies. We know how essential it is to get off on the right foot when school starts and be equipped with the supplies that you need. And to be able to be a small part of that is really exciting for us. So come on in, bring your school supplies, and get that free 9-inch 3-topping pizza.
And we do have the barbecue one in front of us. It's just wafting the smells into my nose, but it really can be people's choice. You guys have a lot of different options, including gluten-free.
You know, that's the beauty of Uncle Mattios. You come in and you create your own, a little more of this, a little less of that, and you know, it's endless. Whatever you want to do, we'll make it for you, and it bakes in 6 minutes, and it's fresh, and so yeah, it's endless. So stop on in.
And we do also have Kelly Rotar here with us too with United Way, and this really does help you guys because you are still needing to get to that 5,200 backpacks, really trying to make that goal happen this year.
Yeah, we are so appreciative of Uncle Mattios and all of the local businesses in our community that really step up and help us to get to that 5,200 number, and we just can't do it without them, so we are so thankful.
Yeah, and also everyone loves a little incentive to help out, and so this is just one of those great ways you can give back while feeling good and getting a nice full belly. And like they said, it does take about 6 minutes to bake those pizzas, so if you don't have time but you want to bring in those donations, they do also have a pizza card for you, so you can still get that free pizza at another time. And Lisa, as promised, I am going to be making you a pizza. As you see, I've still got the chef hat on, so I'll be making you one and bringing it back for you. Don't worry, we'll take care of you as well.
They're putting you to work. It looks good though on you. Christy Larson reporting live from Uncle Mattios. What a great program. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. More than half of kids say their parents do too much of this. Oh, I think a lot of us are guilty. The answer? look at their phone.
No.
We need to put the phone down.
No.
We tell them to put the phone down.
Exactly.
We need to do it too, I guess.
All right. Windy out there once again. We've got winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. Grand Forks, Devils Lake, 29 miles per hour here in Fargo. Temperatures right now low and mid 60s. Some clouds. They're going away. The clearing line just about into the Fargo-Moorhead area. Looking at the sky cam, and underneath those clouds, a few sprinkles up towards the north. We'll see that today. Wind advisory, that goes through 7 o'clock. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Low 80s today, mid 80s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just a slight chance for a storm over the weekend.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. Remember, we'll have more local news and weather for you right here in just 25 minutes. Have a great morning.
Take care.